So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. And I've been away for a while, so if I've made a mistake with the recording setup, I apologize. Hopefully, you can hear me. Sound looks good. Picture looks good, and we're streaming. Okay, so all should be good here. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do here is, I've been away for 2 weeks. Family, big birthday celebration, and a family getaway, and then another week as well. So, and I really didn't engage in the markets. The main thing was just keeping an eye on what's going on with U.S. politics and any other kind of alarm bells or stuff. And there wasn't anything. Right? We've kind of got through the major hurdle for now. There will be others that'll be imposed dramas, fabricated dramas coming out of U.S. politics and some other parts of the world. But just be aware they are massively fabricated. U.S. economy is doing incredibly well, but if you go down a rabbit hole on YouTube, there's all kinds of things about how it's on a cliff edge and everything's going to collapse, and it's just not the case. Okay, so euro dollar trending up, need a pullback. This is technically a setup. However, I am of the opinion we'll have a deeper retracement. I could be wrong, but that is technically a setup. So I'm going to go and put that in. Then we've got sterling. Also not a setup yet, but I like that. So really looking for a setup there tomorrow night. Aussie dollar, technically a setup. Okay, technically. Kiwi dollar, not there yet. But what I like about this is look how it's coming back into a support level. So that might take off from there. It might. So just kind of, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Although it's not technically a setup, but yeah, it might. Okay, dollar yen. No setup, we need a pullback. Dollar Swissy. Possibly a setup here as well. So it's a possible setup here as well. So just be aware of that. Okay. Dollar CAD, no setup. Euro GB, no. Euro yen, no. Euro Swissy, no. This is interesting. This is actually a reversal. It's actually gone from a downtrend to a double bottom here, to a bit of a triple bottom, to a break above and a retest. So there's your level of resistance. We've got a break and a retest, and it's taken off. And arguably, this was a setup. So the implication is that this is going to continue up from here. It's got a level to touch through, but probabilities will go up from there. Yeah, not convinced just yet. Euro Aussie, no. Euro Kiwi, no. No setup. Pound Swissy, no setup. No setup. Pound CAD, no setup. That's also a bit of a funny one. Meaning it could be a setup today, but I think it wants to come down and touch this level. So let's just see what happens there. So basically, I'll do it a different way. Basically, I'm looking for a bullish setup tomorrow. Here. Let's see what happens. Pound Aussie, no setup. Pound Kiwi, no setup. That looks bullish. I don't know about you guys. We've had a move up, a pullback, and then we've got this sort of level here that's a bit of a bullish candle there. I found that interesting. It's not a great setup. You really want to wait for the market to pull back. Every entry into a trade is a pullback or a breakout. And this could be a breakout, but I prefer pullback. It's a more economic entry. Aussie CAD, technically a setup. We've broken that high, so we've got a new high here, but we pulled back. We could have a setup here, so that's a possible setup here as well. Maybe. Aussie Swissy, no. Consolidation, no. Aussie Yen, no. Kiwi CAD, no. No. Kiwi Yen, no. CAD Yen, Swissy Yen, CAD Swissy, no. This is looking bullish. Wants to break out. You've got a nice little level of support. It looks good, but no. Okay, so let me just run through those again. Sorry, just from the ones I looked at. So this one I think is a continuation setup. So I might look at it for day trading purposes. Nothing, 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 nothing. I'm just running through these. Could be a setup on Pound CAD. Possibly tomorrow. Pound Aussie, no, no. Breakout, this one's iffy. Aussie CAD. Okay, so I'm going to put Aussie CAD into the list. It's not a lot tonight. And it's a bit of variety as well. Also Aussie CAD bullish. All right, let's go and have a look at other stuff. Gold. No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. I didn't think so. So if you haven't seen my weekly analysis, please do. But I don't think we're going to get anything just yet. I don't think crude oil is really going to offer much. So let's just see. Natural gas is now looking very bullish. I'm still in the trade. This was always highlighted as a potential reversal area. It's looking good. And in fact, if I get a pullback, as soon as I get a break above this high or anywhere here and I get a pullback and I get another bullish signal, I'm probably going to add to that position. Not a lot, half a percent or 1/4% or whatever. Crude oil is looking bullish. Fine, but not great. No real setups. Wheat is broken up. That's very nice. Took a while. Look at this. Look at the finding support there. Then it pushes down. Then you get a rejection candle off this level. Then you get that bullish divergence, and then it actually takes off. So again, I think probably when I was talking about this turning around was probably, yeah, before I went away. So anyway, coffee. Nightmare. Just pure nightmare. It doesn't have anything going on. Sugar looks bullish, but no setup. Cotton, it's just in a horrible, weird state. It's trying to stay long, but it's just a mess. Okay, indices. No setup. We do have a pullback into this area. We do technically have a pullback, so we could end up going from there, but I would prefer a deeper pullback. However, we might find the markets continue tomorrow. Okay, it's Monday today. No, could the markets continue tomorrow? Yes, they could. I would really prefer them to come down closer to the moving averages. So setup like this, where you're within touching distance of the moving averages would be great. So there's no setup. Russell, no, but that's a really good performance today. Very happy with that today. Breaking through that trend line, very good. No brainer there. As you do this after a while, sometimes a chart is like an obvious. It's a no-brainer. Not every chart, but some charts are like, I've seen that 1,000 times. It's definitely going to do this. And even when we say definitely, we know we still only risk 1%, but we've seen it before, and you don't get cocky. You stop being cocky after a while. Even when you see that and you're like, yeah, I'm as sure as I could ever be that's going to go, you don't pile it. You never increase your risk because the universe loves to teach you a lesson, loves to spank you. Yeah, that's interesting as a potential high low there. Plus, combined with that, this could be a possible move to the upside. We've got bullish divergence. There's a lot of signals there that look like it wants to go higher. Arc Innovation, no pullback, no setup. Glencore, no setup. We've got no setup. We've got no setup. I mean, this was interesting to me, and we could find that Amex goes big after this. We could find that. So I just want to mark that. Berkshire Hathaway, Coca-Cola, no setups, no setups, no setups, no setups, no setups. Maybe. Interesting. Could be something there. Adidas. Nice little candle coming off the old highs. Boom. Could go. I'm going to leave that as a question mark because that's the same thing I kind of did before. I think that could be a setup there though. All right. Meta, no setup. No setup. No setup. This is one to watch. Netflix is good. A pullback into this area. So tomorrow there could be some good setups on this. PayPal, no setup. Look at that. Good day for you, Spotify. Nothing there. That's just a nightmare. FedEx, no. Tesla, no. Setup. Overextended, no setup. No setup. Bonds looking bearish. Look at that. They look quite. That looks like a really nice potential breakout to the downside there. If that's your job, if that's your thing. I expect this to break out. Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'm expecting that to break out. So I'm expecting it to go long. Let's see. That looks kind of bullish. We'll see. Cardano is looking bearish. Binance, they're a little bit all over the place, but I expect this week they look good. I expect them to try to break higher. Ethereum is the only one that it's funny that it's kind of broken like that. I expect it to push higher. It's in my weekly analysis if you need to see why. That's it. So really, again, the only setups I've seen today is Euro dollar bullish, Aussie dollar bullish, potential setups, and Aussie CAD bullish. And that's it. And then there were a couple in here, but nothing yet. I think tomorrow, Wednesday, could be the days that where we get the setups and the moves. All right, I will leave you with that. Have a fantastic evening. And no one's really chatty this evening. It's okay. I'll leave you with this. But yeah, I'll leave you with that, and then I will see you tomorrow.